books. Now, one of the most miraculous stories out of all of this is a retired gentleman who was inside of his house when this crash happened. A few minutes later, Trent is accused of barging inside of the house, grabbing the victim, forcing him into a chair, then tying him up with tape. The rain and the wind have been coming down all night, very, very strong.
You have an exclusive interview right now.
Yeah, Carrie, very frightening afternoon for everybody inside of this building. You know, there's more than just a law firm in here. Check out this mailbox that was damaged early this morning in this Chesterfield neighborhood.
We're going back now to 8 News reporter Nate. Don't care for spicy cheese. Eaten.
Yeah, but I do love lemonade, and I'm here with my friend Cassandra with Fun Time Foods. What are you doing here at the fair this year? You can see this massive crack left from yesterday's earthquake. Many students, faculty members, and staff taking time to visit the April 16th memorial. When the 16,000 bill pay accounts were transferred over to Union, a small portion, about 1,000 of them, were contained within a bad file. You can be fined if someone hears your music 50 feet away. This light bulb in the middle of the storm, still intact. John Allen Muhammad was pronounced dead at 9:11 p.m. That was 13 minutes after he entered the room. I'm here with one of the men who kind of played a key role in all of the events today. We're outside the apartment complex. Patrick Kavanaugh, you're inside your apartment, correct? Correct. Describe what happened. Folks who deliver pizza, Chinese food, and other things to eat are being robbed. And the suspects aren't just taking dinner. In many cases, they're taking cold, hard cash.
A man suffering from cancer is the victim of a violent beating.
And now police are looking for the suspects. Our 8 News reporter Nate Eaton has this exclusive top story.
Vicious bruises cover Eddie Butler's stomach and back. Just one day after being attacked in his Fredericksburg home, this 43-year-old throat cancer victim, who can't talk and communicates by writing, is still stunned.
So this is where they knocked. Did they break the glass?
Police say yesterday around 6 p.m., 3 men knocked on Eddie's door. When he opened it, one of them pointed a gun to his head.
2 of them were wearing masks, and they demanded money and his prescription medication.
That's where you keep your drugs. At first, Eddie wouldn't open the locked box where his cancer medication and pain pills are kept. Once I refused, the gun was placed in my face and I was beat to the floor with a metal baton. They went in my pockets, took the rent money and the meds I had on me and took off. Detectives say one of the most disturbing parts about this case is the suspects didn't need to beat Eddie. They simply could have taken the drugs and money and left without injuring him.
They could have easily overpowered him without using any aggravating weapon.
Police believe the suspects knew Eddie had prescription drugs. They're looking for 3 men in their 20s who were driving a white utility vehicle. As for Eddie, he's not only dealing with cancer, but now severe bruises, all without any pain medication. I was spooked, to say the least.
Confessions, quotes, and comments about sex and drugs published in a yearbook force a high school to recall the book.
8 News reporter Nate Eaton is working the story.
Some of the secrets on there, I was like, wow.
Students at Massaponax High School in Spotsylvania,
They had a lot of sexual stuff that was inappropriate.
are all abuzz about what's been published in this yearbook.
It's not school appropriate.
The problem begins last summer when this Facebook page was set up encouraging students to anonymously submit secrets or confessions. Those secrets ended up in this year's yearbook.
Somebody was talking about how they were popping pills or whatever, and one guy said he lost his virginity to ugly girls, so he doesn't feel it count.
Other comments include, I have sex with people just to feel wanted. I had an abortion and my mom doesn't know. And I'm pregnant with my best friend's boyfriend's kid. Your first reaction when you read through those?
I laughed. Like, I thought it was funny.
You yourself had ordered a yearbook, right?
No, I wanted to, but when I heard what the kids were saying, I said, never mind, that's terrible.
Once the yearbooks were passed out and word got around that the comments were inside, the principal of the high school immediately recalled every issue. Now the books are being reprinted and should be redistributed by the middle of June.
I'm happy that the principal is on top of it to the point that he's asking for them to be recalled.
Some students are upset this book's been pulled and think administrators should have caught the comments months ago.
They should have reviewed the ones that they felt were like not appropriate.
When April Davis left work Monday afternoon,
I was coming out of my shop straight to my car.
she was startled to see a man inside her car.
I get to this point, then I saw a child or somebody.
April quickly realized he was trying to steal a DVD player.
I can lie to you, I was very scared.
So she jumped into action.
I pushed this, which was making a lot of noise. I started screaming and screaming, please, somebody help me.
The man, surprised, immediately tried to get out. He unlocked the doors, but
He unclicked it and I clicked it. And we done tick-tock the whole time. It was determined. I am not going to let this man get out of my car.
after more than 5 minutes of the doors being unlocked then locked, the suspect tried to get out through the sunroof. When that wouldn't work, he stuck his hand through the back window that he originally broke out, opened the door outside, then took off running.
I wish I kept him locked long enough for the police or for somebody to find him.
The suspect did end up getting away with the DVD player, but it won't work without the power cables he left inside the car.
The DVD player is not worse. All he went through with me.
April considers herself brave for what she did and is glad she stood up for herself.
Would you do it again that way?
Probably I will. I don't know if I recommend somebody to do it, but myself, I know I will.
Tonight is the 5th night in a row. Many folks in our area have no power.
Crews have been working around the clock to restore electricity across the Commonwealth. Right now, a little over 9,000 customers are without power in the Metro Richmond area. For those who have no electricity, it's been an excruciating week. And as 8 News anchor Abijoy Burnett shows us, frustrations are building. New tonight, Virginia's governor lands a key leadership role at next month's Republican National Convention. Governor McDonnell has been appointed to head the Platform Committee. That group will sign off on initiatives the party and apparent presidential nominee Mitt Romney will advocate into the election. Of course, students, faculty, parents, and many others are speaking out about the board's decision tonight. Many believe that Sullivan's replacement was necessary for UVA to move forward. The Supreme Court is considering throwing out a lawsuit that claims Walmart pays women less than men and promotes women less frequently. We first heard about this through a text message. One of our employees got a text from a friend who said, "We're hearing Robert Wood may have been found alive." We instantly started to try to confirm that news, and then all over our Facebook wall, people saying, "We're hearing that he's alive." Sarah Hess is on the phone right now. Sarah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
What are you seeing down there?
We've been listening to fire engine come by for, gosh, a good hour and a half at least.
Is smoke pouring out of the ground or out of a building?
Yeah, it's coming up out of the grates in the ground.
All right, well, Sarah, thank you so much. Also, if you're watching and you're down there and have pictures, send them into our newsroom, news@wric.com. More chilling video from New York City. Check this out. This is inside of a taxi cab in the city. Police say this man pulls out a gun and shoots the cab driver. Let's go back to when this all began. It was Friday, June 8th. That's when Sullivan agreed to step down. Over the next week, rallies and protests were held in opposition of the removal. 3 days later, on the 22nd, Zeit Hamel says that he's suspending his role as interim president. That's when Governor Bob McDonnell also warned the board of directors to get this all figured out.